Okay, so originally this was going to be just one long video, but as I was recording, I looked at the word count and it looked like it was going to be like over 2 hours long, which I was fine with. But as I'm editing and hit film, like I'm realizing it's starting to stutter like hell, and my computer's 10 years old, and I'm afraid that at some point in the recording of this, I'm gonna lose all my progress. Um, if my hard drive just dies on me, so I'm deciding instead to just release it in parts. The first part is going to be the intro, and then we're going to have parts for each of the phases, and then we're going to have the ending, like analysis part. So enjoy. So about a year ago, I made a Letterboxd account because I like to watch movies. I like to talk about them, rate and review them. So I thought I'd check it out. I've been creating this rubric for like years for rating things 1 to 10, but Letterboxd, instead of doing 1 to 10, they do like a star rating, so from half a star to 5 stars. So I converted it to that, and here is the converted rating thing, system, scale, rubric. It says this grading scale can be used for anything that one may consume, from movies, TV shows, music to other media like art to even food. If it is art, if it is taken into the human experience via the senses, then it can theoretically be placed on this scale. Very ambitious. So at the top, the 5.0 or the 10 out of 10, this is flawless, this is perfection. Consuming this thing moves you, it changes you for the better. A 4.5, that's amazing, extraordinary. It may technically be perfect, but not necessarily moving for you specifically, or it may almost be perfect, but might have just one thing holding it back. That's our peak. 5.0 and 4.5. Then we move down to just good. This stuff, it's not the best, but it is undeniable. At 4.0, we have really great. This is technically fine as it is. You can nitpick it if you're inclined to just being critical. But for the mass audiences, this is fine just the way it is. Then we have a 3.5. This is still considered fine as it is, but this is like the baseline good. There are flaws that should be plain for most to see. However, said flaws do not sink the ship. Overall, still good. So that's 3.5 to 5.0. These are considered good, 7 to 10. If your work falls below here, in my opinion, it has failed. As a creator, you want your work to be above here. So then we move to the 3.0 or 6 out of 10. This is the start of the mid-range, which is like, meh, it's okay, not good, not bad. So 3.0 is the bad good. This is something generally enjoyed by the masses, but the critical eye usually cannot share in that enjoyment. This is the classic turn your brain off to enjoy category. Then we have 2.5 or 5 out of 10. This is completely mid. This is the middle of the scale. These are the doldrums. Flaws notwithstanding, whether it's, flawed or flawless, you feel nothing for this. You can't bring yourself to care. It's not offensive, and it may be technically quite competent, but its execution simply missed the mark for you. Now we get below the 5 out of 10. Now we're at 2.0 or a 4 out of 10. This one is a special one for me and for this rating here. A 2.0 is the opposite of a 3.0, which was bad good. This is a good bad. This is something you know is bad, but you can't help but enjoy it. It's like a guilty pleasure. It works despite itself. So leaving the mid range, we now have the bad range. A 1.5 is just bad, just like 3.5 was just good, 1.5 is just bad. So they mirror each other. This is the baseline bad. It's not terrible nor egregious. Generally good things may be included here, but ultimately irredeemable. The issues sink the ship here. But like the Titanic, slowly. Just one too many compartments failed. Then we have a 1.0. This is pretty bad. This fails on essentially every level. There may be 1 or 2 things that work for you, but at the end of the day, this is not good. You don't like it, but it didn't shit in your bed, it's not like, but it's bad. And then we have a 0.5 or a 1 out of 10. This is the trash tier. This is offensive. This did shit in your bed. Everything that could have gone wrong did. This is the opposite of the 5.0. If that changes you for the better, this changes you for the worse. Some things in this category you can't even finish. It is that offensive to the senses. You think on it with dread. So after finally fully developing my scale, my rubric, I started like most people probably do. I found movies I really liked, gave them ratings that were already fairly established in my brain, and then wrote reviews with opinions I already felt pretty strongly about. My first ones were like Knives Out, Glass Onion, stuff like that. Then I began adding movies as I watched them. The first ones being The Wild Robot and My Neighbor Totoro. But then I decided to go on somewhat of a mission. I went on this undertaking of reanalyzing movies that I really loved as a teen to see if they still held up now a decade later. Those three movies were The Big Lebowski, The Breakfast Club, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And here are those reviews there. So where the journey begins. I know I said this was about the MCU. Give it a minute, we're getting there. We gotta sequentially. So throughout last Christmas and last New Year, I started deliberately watching more movies. Some were good, like The Holdovers and The Menu. Some weren't so good, like Mufasa. I watched a lot of stuff in theaters, like Sinners and Warfare and Mickey 17. But more importantly for this video, I deepened my initial journey with the three teen movies and started investigating other movies I'd seen before, and watching new ones I'd been waiting to. I saw Good Will Hunting, and Dead Poets Society, Mad Max, Minecraft movie, and Thunderbolts, which I will get to in a minute. Anyway, I also went through How to Train Your Dragon movies, the Matrix movies, the Jurassic series, and then this is where our journey begins. Take that back. So here's my review of the Minecraft movie. Throughout all the movies I'd seen up to that point, whether good or bad, they all still felt like, movies. Good movies, bad movies, sad movies, scary movies, funny movies, but movies. A Minecraft movie, which ironically has movie in the title, did not feel like a movie. It felt like some kind of Gen Alpha Mr. Beast TikTok-esque clip show wearing the costume of a movie. I don't know if it's coincidence or not that I decided to watch Thunderbolts next. So I watched Thunderbolts, and for some reason, it also doesn't really feel like a movie. But not for the same reasons. I don't hate this movie. A lot of it's very refreshing for Marvel. Power levels being toned way down is good. The jokes and clips and shit feel more normal, like regular people. But there's just something so distinct about these movies, a shot or something. I don't know. I don't like it. It doesn't feel like a film, And I hate to say that for the second movie in a row, but it's true. This movie is trying to break away from the standard Marvel formula. Look, we're talking about depression. I called it Marvel's Inside Out too. Bit heavy-handed, but sure, why not? You know what I have to say to this movie? Boo fucking who. Oh, poor white man is so lonely and sad and had a bad life, so he turns into a villain. But all he really needed was friends. Everyone's had a bad fucking life, man. No one decides to go sicko mode on innocence. Real world analogies are purposefully implied. It's good if you like Marvel, and it's hard not to like Marvel. It's kinda junk. It's entertaining, it's inoffensive. Marvel's like candy, No one doesn't like candy. It's literally built to hijack your pleasure receptors. But is it good? Does it actually have substance? Or is it something quick to grab when you don't feel like a full meal? Quick question, why is every ensemble movie just Guardians of the Galaxy now? Thunderbolts, Suicide Squad, The Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey, Dungeons and Dragons. I get that the formula works, but damn, can you try something else? I think after watching so many real movies back to back over those past few months, I'd recognize something different in the MCU formula, something I hadn't noticed before. Some people call it house style, and I don't really know anything about that. But I do remember Martin Scorsese catching flack for saying Marvel movies ain't cinema. And that really itched at the back of my brain a little bit. It didn't really evolve into a full-on brainworm until I watched a video essay. This one, Henry Lewis's I watched every MCU movie to see if it was always like this. It's a good video. He's a decent dude, but holy shit. Not to call anyone out, but this guy loves these movies. I hadn't seen a lot of the MCU for quite a while by the point that I watched this, but I just knew some of them weren't that good. Ant-Man? Really? But hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm the asshole here. We're thinking about. So the next day, I'm on a plane. They have limited movies to watch. I wanted to watch Infinity War, but they only had Endgame, so fine. I watch Endgame, and my reaction is just, what the fuck? I don't watch any movies for a week. Then I watched Jurassic World Rebirth because it's finally available digitally, and this strange thing happened. I actually enjoyed Scarlett Johansson's work. Not that I hate her or anything. She's not a bad actor, but I actually noticed her acting, and I thought, well, she did have that standalone Marvel movie. Would I like her as much in that as I did in this? So the next day, I watched Black Widow for the first time. Initially, Black Widow's a pretty interesting movie. The fights here are interesting and kinetic and feel visceral. I like Yelena. The plot is kind of cookie cutter Marvel whatever bullshit, but there are some interesting twists. Though by the end, I was finding it hard to bear. I know I'm watching this movie almost 5 years too late, and that's definitely on me. But I did ask myself more than once, whose idea was it to release this movie after Endgame? Also, this character is not supposed to be a superhero, right? She's an Avenger, but she's kind of just a normal person. Some special training and stuff or whatever, but she should be so fucking dead several times over. Literally 30 minutes into the film, it's how the hell is she still alive? This one does feel more like a movie than Thunderbolts, though. It feels like it's trying to have an identity. Also, Yelena keeps lampshading Black Widow's earlier characterization in the MCU, and that she didn't really have any, and she was eye candy doing sexy flips and looking at the camera.
You always do that thing.
Do what?
The thing you do when you're fighting. And this thing that you do when you whip your hair when you're fighting with the arm and the hair, and you do a fighting pose. It's a fighting pose. You're a total poser.
I'm not a poser.
Oh, come on. I mean, they're great poses, but it does look like you think everyone's looking at you all the time.
And sure, that's mostly gone here. But I don't know, we still have the super tight and ass accentuating spy suits with the super low cut zipper collar or whatever. Just feels a bit hypocritical to me. I don't know if I'm engaging with these movies the right way. But I don't know, man, this is just what my brain's now seeking for some reason. Black Widow did feel more like a movie than Thunderbolts. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing considering how both these movies did. But this solidifies it for me. That guy's video essay, Thunderbolts, Endgame, Jurassic World Rebirth, Black Widow. So now, I have to do it. I have to watch every single MCU movie with my new sharpened movie critique brain in the year of our Lord and Savior, 2025, and really, really consider if these movies are any good, if they have ever been good, and if they're even movies. That's the video essay. That's the intro. We did it. Okay.